Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another one of my videos here. Today I've got a Scoia'tael deck for you, and it is revolving around two forms of play in particular. In the first round, we're going to be playing the scenario card, Feign Death, activating it with a number of bronze units that we have. Then in the second round, we're just simply looking to pass, go into a long round 3, and the round 3 is going to look very different to the first round because basically we're playing unitless as we have a number of traps. And from there, we'll be looking to finish up the traps play with Eldain, transforming all those traps into elven Deadeye units, and then finishing up with Vernossiel for a huge damage point swing. So this deck I have dedicated to my Patreon member, Hamad. One of the Patreon tiers that I have allows for me to build a deck for a person who's committed to it. Hamad has committed to the highest tier Patreon membership that there is, so I have built this deck for them at their request. So I hope you're going to enjoy this deck, Hamad. At the bottom here, we've got 2 Dole Blathana bombers, damage 2 random enemy units by 2. These are just nice to activate the scenario that we'll be playing in the first round, as I said. So in the first round, we're opening up with Feign Death, and you know, as you play your elf units, you progress through the chapters. So the bomber is nice because it could be a way to set up the waylay that we have and get that death blow ability out of it. On death blow, if we damage a unit by 3, we get to spawn an elven Deadeye in a random row. So you want to make sure your opponent's units, you know, their power levels are down low enough to get the most value out of this scenario when we're playing it. So the bombers could be a good activation for that in the first round. Keep in mind, all of these units that you see down here, we just want to play them in the first round. You don't want any of these in the third round. So these are all activators for scenarios strictly. Vernosiel's commando is nice. It'll be boosting by 1 as long as all of our units are elf units. In our deck, that is the case. Keep in mind when you're versing factions like Nilfgaard, they can spawn a spy on your side of the field, and then the commando will stop boosting. But if we were to have Vernossiel, it would ignore that condition, and the commandos would continue to boost. But in our case, we're saving Vernossiel for the third and final round to finish up the traps play. So I like to play these. If I had to prioritize, guys, I'd obviously go the commandos and the Elven Swordmaster as activators for scenario, because Elven Swordmaster, you know, adds for some control in the first round. It can help you manage your opponent's units' power levels down for the waylay, and it's just nice to have the passive points too with the commandos, so keep that in mind. And we have tactical advantage for some boosts that you can use too. You could use the tactical advantage on the Swordmaster so it doesn't get killed off easy and stays there active for you. So yeah, activate the scenario in the first. Don't be shy to play out all these units in the first. Just remember, when you have 5 elf units down on the board, this card gets thinned out from your deck to the melee row. So make sure you leave enough room on the melee row for this card to come out. And don't have this card in your hand at all during a match. Always put it back into your deck. Some other things you want to keep in mind are creating row space for Yavin. He gets to damage an enemy unit by the number of elf units in the row he's played on. So obviously, you know, if you have 9 units in a row, you don't have room to play Yavin. That's not good for us. So make sure if you're going to play him for max value, have 8 units down on the row and then play him as the 9th. The damage he generates will include himself as a part of that damage for his effect. You can commit Isengrim or Yavin, either one, in the first. I'd say don't commit more than, you know, don't commit them both together in the first. We're already playing scenario, it's a lot of points, and usually it's enough to win us the first round with these bronze units. So if at best, try to save, you know, all these higher end cards you see here. All of these traps that you see, guys, that's what we'll be playing into the third round with, right? So you play Incinerating Trap, you just lay it down. Don't spring it, lay it down, try to go for the ambush effect to get the most value out of this. On ambush, it's going to damage a unit by 5 that's played by your opponent. So just, you know, lay each trap down one by one. Crushing Traps, Pitfall, Serpent Trap. Pitfall, it acts as a nice source of removal Randomly split 6 damage between all enemy units if you want to click it. So if your opponent plays a unit down first on the row, like Dunka, and you want to get rid of it, this can kind of act like a Serpent trap in that you can kind of destroy it and get rid of it. If it's the only unit down on the board, it will channel all that damage to that one unit. On ambush, it will do damage equal to the cost, the provision cost of a card. So, you know, if you've got a lot of good insight into your opponent's deck and you're good at predicting what your opponent's going to play next, you can leave the ambush effect. Don't spring that. Serpent traps are very nice. It allows us to destroy the lowest powered unit on our opponent's side of the board when we spring it. If not, whatever the highest powered unit is, when a special card's played, it will kill that. And it's really nice in this deck that we've got access to triple Serpent trap. So we could be so deadly going into a long round 3, you know, having Hattori. You could use Hattori here to create a Serpent trap. We can play Serpent trap, and then you can even use Iorveth in this deck on the Serpent trap that's down on the board to bring it back to your hand and then replay it. If we look further up into the deck, we do see Eldain. So, you know, Eldain is a very important card of this deck. If I had to pick a few important cards, I'd say it would be Scenario, Vernossiel, and Eldain. When you see those cards in your hand, try to keep them as much as you can. So on deploy, the value this card will be giving us is we have all our traps played. And once you've played all your traps down, the second last move of the match you'll do is drop Eldain down. He'll transform all those traps into elven Deadeye units, which are these. And then what we plan to do with Vernossiel is we play Vernossiel on the melee row, and then each elven Deadeye damages a random enemy unit by 2. So you can imagine we've got all these Deadeye units, and then we just dump Vernossiel on the melee row, damage by 2, the board gets destroyed. Other important mentions that I may add is I would suggest playing Crushing Trap as late as possible as a trap. Obviously leaving it on the ambush because it does damage after 2 turns. It will do damage by 2, but if you spring it, it's going to damage all units on a row by 1. So, you know, most of the traps that we're playing play for the best value, usually on ambush. But as opposed to Serpent trap, guys, I'd say, you know, just use it for complete removal. Just use the spring ability is best with Serpent trap, typically. That's about it as far as the understanding of how to play the deck. The leader ability is Deadeye Ambush, spawn an elven Deadeye in an allied row. So why do we have this? We're gonna, you know, use all these at the end of the match. So you spawn them out just before you play Vernossiel, obviously to add to her effect, her ability that she can do on the melee row, gives us extra damage by 2. So, I hope you guys are going to enjoy this deck. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Appreciate the support as always. Stay positive out there.
I promise you a quick death.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open up with Feign Death. Play the scenario out. Hello there, Karinga. Is it? Thanks for coming on my stream, appreciate it. Testing out a bit of traps today, Scoia'tael.
Come on, let's go. Time to face our fears.
It's a deck I put together for one of my Patreon members. Hope you'll like it. Okay.
May your sword and arm be one.
Hey Hamad, what's up, buddy? We're live, we're live. Join the live stream. Hope you're gonna like this deck.
I can do a great deal more for you.
So we're gonna waylay this next. Oh wow, he hits it twice. Yes, I must say it's pretty good luck. I mean, I'm going for this anyway.
You're dead already.
For the daisy of the valley!
Okay, we'll do that. We still need one more unit till we get out Eldain from the deck. So you can have 5 elf units on the board before you pull this out of deck. Yeah, unlucky, hey. Traps work so good against the race here. Like, if we get crushing trap down, it'll be great. Maybe we do that. 17. So it's gonna be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14.
Leave me here.
Get crushing trap. Really gotta try and push for round control with this deck. We don't want to let opponents bleed us.
Back what was stolen.
Oh, you don't understand English well. Okay. That's fine. Enjoy the matches. Enjoy the games. That's all good. Thanks for watching anyway. So we got 4, 8, 12. Okay. $21. I get this.
Do you hear?
Nice. That works good for us.
Give them no rest, no reprieve.
So we should still put the pressure on here. Looks like we're in a good position. We're still good for points. I mean, I could replay that even. 5, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, I think we're gonna replay it. Let's do that. We're ahead on points, which is nice. Hey, Slimy, what's up? Fortunately, man, I can't please you on this stream, bro. I know you don't like traps. Maybe you can enjoy the first part where it's just a scenario. You're probably not gonna like what's coming up. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there. Yeah, we're gonna do some good damage here, man. I just need to play. I mean, I'm just good to play this even.
Iorveth will avenge us, Dwan.
Trap's gonna pop off now. Oh, taking a pounding, these guys. Nice, nice. Burn a brand.
So
Yep. Just trying very hard to get out of this. I'd like to save Crushing Trap. Wait, how many do I have in deck? I've still got 2 in deck. I mean, they're going to help us a lot over a long round if we get round control. I'd like to save them. Maybe Isengrim here.
The only good human is a dead human.
Yeah, that's good. You'll be fine, Slimy. What a legend. You're a true supporter, man. Even on the decks you hate, you're still here, bro. I respect it. Hey, Kusairi, what's up? How are you?
What do you do, huh?
What's good to play here now? 38, 39. Maybe I'll just go Yaven.
We were not the ones to start this war.
Let's do that. Nice, so we win on even. We're just gonna take card advantage and we go into a long round 3. Yeah, very well, thank you, very well. ST Traps here, I thought this was a respectable channel. Sorry to drop my standards. Hey, I gotta please the Patreon members. That's what I'm doing, guys. It's a deck request, so I've put it together. But this is a pretty good hand to go into the next. Serpent Trap. I don't know what Serpent Trap's gonna get us. Yeah, Serpent Trap probably isn't the biggest play here, but Crushing Trap works excellent.
Listen here. Listen well.
It's fine, just got rehooked. Okay, no worries, Gabe. All good. Thanks for understanding, I guess. So, yep, Crushing Trap, man, is gonna pay well here. That's what we're looking for, really, just traps. Okay, we want to get Crushing Trap, but we got a Nero anyway. I mean, what else is good? Oh, this is a filthy hand, man. This is a filthy hand. This is a filthy hand. We're caught up. Unitless. Apologies, slimy weasel scum. I know you're gonna hate me, man. That's actually a really good Serpent Trap target. Wait, where should I stack then? So we're gonna play Vernossiel melee row, right? We want to get maximum value out of all these once they get transformed. So maybe we're going probably ranged with the traps. But I think that's a fair target for Serpent. So we know they're gonna row stack hard out now with their style. Usually ST with the traps does really good against Skellige, this kind of Skellige anyway. ST traps are awesome when you're the one playing them, not the one facing them. Right on, Pinkin, right on. I agree with you on that. Wow, Hamad, thank you for the tip. Really appreciate it, man. $20, jeez. What a legend. Thank you. So they've done Lippy. Maybe we could expect... Would it be Scoia'tael next? Maybe it's a good pitfall time. Hoping to hit something good here. We want him to get Scoia'tael out quick, so you know the Crushing Traps will pay off. We want more boards. More units down on the board. So... Okay. And Neuromancy could get us another trap if we want. Maybe we'll do that now. We just want to stick with the trap themes in this stage. Just keep doing that. Can you play Syndicate in next game? On this stream, I'm doing Scoia'tael at the moment, sorry. But I play all kinds of decks. You can follow me and I'll eventually come around to it. But on this stream, it's going to be Scoia'tael. Sorry about that. So they're really waiting late for Soraeus. Come on, play it. Play it now, come on. Come on, do it. Yes. Oh, this is a great opener to the stream, my friends. This is a great opener. Thank you. Let's do it. Rest in peace, my friend. Oh. Oh man. Passes. I'll just play out my last 10.
I'll do so sword in hand.
Got this.
Step carefully. You're in my forest now.
Sick guys, we got it. GG baby. GG. Uprising, yep. So Frost again. Frost leader. 2 frosts in a row. It's getting too chilly for us. We want the warmth, man. Just get rid of that. Riders, yeah. Play scenario?
Await the signal. Till then, don't budge.
Crywalks, my good friend. Welcome back to my stream. How are you? Very good to see you here once more. My loyal viewer. Probably moves this if I play it, hey. Kind of like this.
Swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn.
SK looks scary. Yeah, it's looking crazy, man. How about that card that starts in the graveyard? That's so different. So now they're taking full advantage of the rain style, archetype, whatever you want to call it. Because Fulmar was a cool card, but he lacked that, you know? He lacked that support.
Never know peace again.
So what's a worse threat? What's this gonna get us?
Blood and neck ends. Civilian Vat.
Now we get Eldain out.
Humans to
Yeah,
the siege!
nice. Maybe we can damage this down with Yaven next. Okay, that could be alright. SK spooky. The fact that SK is the only faction that can start with 24 cards to draw. Yeah. So it kind of gives it thinning like that, doesn't it? It's kind of like a thinning card too. It's already thin your deck down. 24 card start. See, we're seeing a lot of different styles of play coming up, aren't we? Like, even Sunset Wanderers, right? Even that card's very different. It's active in your hand. And now there's cards that, you know, they're working in your graveyard too.
pass. Don't dare think you can escape.
So Yavin will give us 7 points damage. Goes Nuggle far. Wow, they're pushing hard too though. They are. Ooh, I think too many points for us. Yeah, this is a bit of a tough spot. Very high up there. May we pass. Just Iorveth gives them so many points. And I was in a rough spot for some time. It would be good if echo cards also start in your hand. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying, Cry. Yeah. Like you need to have them insured in your hand throughout a match, right? That's an interesting idea. I wonder if they push in here, these guys. Passes. I was gonna go Toxic Ass. I'll take it. Honestly, it's probably worst case scenario for us to go playing into round 2, so I reckon it's good. That's it, we just want traps. Yeah, nice. Isengrim's good. That's a bit of a weak draw. Well, we'll go to Nero for Vernossiel. Okay. Let's hope this isn't a repeat of the last match. Try to win this. Come on, man, play your card. What you got? The Hesitant. I don't know how to go about it, guys. Oh, sweet.
Toss it onto the pile.
That's a great kill. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay. Shall be. Pitfall makes the most sense, right? I think it does. Get it! Oh. Get it! Oh, that was nice. That was nice. I love it, man. Guys, look at this. The most deadliest Dolblana bomber you ever seen in your life, right? This is the biggest value play you've seen in this card. Check this out.
Look what the werecat dragged in.
Oh, man. That's too good. That's the biggest value you're going to see this play forever in your life. Tell me when you've seen it bigger than that. I did it for the memes. The KG stands for toxic. It doesn't even make sense.
Naivety is a fool's blessing.
Oh, Dex, what's up, man? Oh, we're having fun, guys. Oh, that was funny, man. Okay. Pitfall. Yeah, so I mean, Anira is pretty much locked in for Vernossiel. I'm not really going to commit for anything else. That's the biggest play. So let's get this. That was so good. You doing alright? That's good to hear, man. Can't wait for the new cards at Skellige. Yeah. You and Slimy both, eh? They're looking crazy now. Maybe you can play Fulmar more now. Ooh, not bad. Just keep playing the traps. Yeah, I think Fulmar got more support now, guys. I'd be interested to see what we can do with that card. Very interesting. What do you think of the monsters card, Dexter? Yaga, was that what it's called? The 13 provision cost one that just came out? Yes, roast stack. Roast stack for me. Come on, let's kill that one next. You think it's overrated? Really conditional Crywalks? Fair enough. What about Incubus? What do you think of that?
Yet another horn for my collection.
Should I play this now? And let the trap kill Boglet, yeah?
Allow me to play you
Time
an
for you to
elven.
die, Dwan.
Okay. An umbrella will be useful to everyone. You're a joker, man. Incubus is interesting, not OP and not horrible. Yeah. Succubus now has a boyfriend, Incubus. They're a lovely couple now. They can support each other in Gwent. Maybe we go Vernossiel next while we have those dead eyes there. What do you reckon, guys? So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, I mean, we wipe his board out by doing this. I say we do it, yeah? Or, I mean, we could just... Maybe it's the time, maybe it's the time.
Time to die. I'll do so sword in hand.
I'll do so sword in hand, he says. Man, I'm with you, brother. Let's do it. Sword in hand. Just obliterate. Yes. Haha. It's coming. The winds. The winds are coming, guys. Victory is ours. The forest does not belong to them. We got it, baby. We got it. Come on. Send me your positive energy, chat. Give me the good luck. Got a few good plays left here. Yeah, he knows we're doing Isengrim or something. Machine gun time, yes. We got this, guys. We got this. It is armored. I'll do this.
No mercy!
No mercy. Listen to Isengrim when he speaks. Put some respect on it. Ooh, Oswald's big here though. So they got Mamuna too. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Scenario. Very simple, very straightforward.
Let him forth, one. You stand no chance.
Could boost it up. Hopefully, get the results we're looking for. Crushing Trap usually kills it in these matchups. So, just like the first match of this stream, we had Ursine Ritual, getting all the units out across the field. Man, Crushing Trap's going to give us a ton of value here. Best over a longer round, but if we need to get out of the first to secure it, we can commit one. And we got Iorveth, you know, we can play it again. We got basically four Crushing Traps, man. We got 1, 2, we got Iorveth, and then we can go Hattori. That's insane, man. It's crazy. Rikoff and Peter, thank you very much. Thanks for the follow, Rikoff, and Peter for hosting me with 103 viewers. Thank you. How was your guys' stream? What the hell, he just heatwave scenario? Oh my god, man. These are some nasty players, guys. Very nasty players. The gang is here. Welcome, gang. Give you all my money? Can I do it through the screen? If I could, I would. Unfortunately, I can't. What's up, man? Thanks for hosting me. Appreciate it. What'd you end up playing? Pay your moderators.
No reprieve.
Okay. Maybe traps will save us here. So scenario is gone. We're really counting on scenario to win the first, you know, but they get heat waved.
Blood and neck ends. Similian Vat.
That's a bit better. If you're looking for the deck, I will be posting a guide out on my YouTube video for it. You can check me on YouTube if you don't know already. I am on YouTube. But at this time, I'm just doing recordings for the deck as we are right now. So you guys might be in it. Oh, lucky hit, good. That's what we want, a bit more luck on my stream. We want good luck. No bad luck, please. So this style's kind of like the Commandos with Northern Realms, right? They just copy these, spawn more of them.
All together!
I think we want to push for round control. We don't want to get bled because we're playing traps. Played Casino Lippy. I can give you my account number. It's too much private information. We can't do that. I'm looking for excuses to get out of this. What happened to the NG stream?
Give them no rest.
Okay, we got out of there. Good, good, good. It was looking a bit risky when they heat waved the scenario. I was a bit worried. But I know over a long round against their deck, with Crushing Trap, it should be good for us. So we're just gonna go pretty unitless now. I don't really want to see these cards. Yeah, we're just passing, guys. You're talking about the Colgrim deck, Hamad? Yeah, it will be the next deck that I put out, and then this will be the one after that. So the next deck that I'm putting on YouTube is double Colgrim, and with Renew in there as well, if you guys are interested. We got this in the bag. Yeah, most likely. Just like the first match we had. So even though we didn't get to thin that out in the first, we're still okay. Because we end up transforming our traps. We want to see more unitless stuff, man. So it's either going to be Isengrim or Hattori. Have a look. Operator. I'm very confused now. I'm seeing Operator in round 3. Okay. So where should I stack the cards? Maybe here. It's supposed to rain throughout October in Gwent. Thanks for filling me in, man. I wasn't aware of this. I want to be in on the action too, you know? I want some of the rain action. Okay. Let's go like this. Made him toxic day by day. Skellige's glory, yeah. I know it's your faction. So we got some removals out there. I really want to save this for Crushing Trap. I think we're just playing these out now.
Swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn.
Squirrel Xavier in every deck. Yeah, man. I know the new cards. They're very interesting. That Skellige card starts in your graveyard, is it? At the beginning of your turn or round? That's pretty crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a card like that. There's definitely some different aspects to the game, you know, seeing those things. He starts in the graveyard? Yeah. What will you be playing, Peter? What decks? What do you think? Do you think you're gonna play Skellige yourself? You like Nilfgaard though, don't you? Chad, thank you very much for the follow, really appreciate it. Taking the time here. Where am I from? Well, I'm born and raised in Australia. By my background, I'm Macedonian and Serbian. Hope that answers your question. Yeah, you're gonna try everything? That's like me too, man. I try everything. Cancer version of NG. Wait, are you gonna do Mill? Or what? What are you gonna play then? Colgrim? These guys are playing a very interesting deck here. How many specials have they played? So they're not getting a lot of units out onto the board. Like, I'm trying to expect that to happen, but I'm not really seeing it.
We serve her who is virgin, mother, and crone.
Warhawk de Barrier!
Pull this off, maybe. Crushing Trap.
Existence, no such thing.
So he's playing Serace late to work around our traps. Here we go like this. Hopefully he pulls it out now. He's probably gonna wait still. Ah, decoy. Okay, at least we get the crushing trap value now. I mean, we could go Hattori to... Maybe Hattori to get another crushing trap. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I think that's pretty good too. Let's go like this. Okay, let her rip. Come on. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Beautiful. Crow? Right.
I've no patience for you racists.
Okay, it's gonna be Vernossiel to finish. And Crushing Trap's just gonna rip here, so that's good. Nice.
We will take back what was stolen.
Very nice for us, guys. Great. Still got leader too, it's very good. Lovely, lovely. We got the advantage in this matchup when they're swarming like this. These kinds of Skellige decks. Seems to be our best matchup. Very curious if NR will get a chance to join the meta this time around. Yeah, we've still got to see what kind of cards they're going to put out for that faction, I guess. But that new monster card looks crazy too. What was its name? Yaga? Yeah, 13 provision cost, 1 powered. Consumes any 4 provision cost unit on the board. It's crazy. So forfeit. Hey, there we go, guys. Sweet, got it. Very nice, very nice.